Being here, our first witnesses are the distinguished chair and distinguished ranking member of the House Small Business Committee, and I'll say I am particularly pleased with the cooperation between our two committees over the past several years in getting a lot of things done for small businesses engaged in national security. Chairman Chabot and Ranking Member Velasquez, thank you for being here. Chairman, you're recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and we really do appreciate the cooperation that we've had with this committee. You've been great, and on a bipartisan basis, we appreciate it. And we look forward to working with this committee to ensure that small businesses continue to provide the Department of Defense and the federal government with solutions and foster innovation and competition that provide value to the taxpayer and strength and agility to the warfighter. Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, we appreciate your help, we really do, and thank you for the opportunity to share a few thoughts about the fiscal year 2017 National Defense Authorization Act. Let me begin by thanking the committee for its collaboration, as I say, and in my 20 years on the committee, I've enjoyed seeing this relationship blossom, and the hard-fought passage of last year's NDAA was a success for our national security, for our men and women in uniform, and for our small business industrial base. We look forward to continuing that relationship with this year's bill, and I want to congratulate you on passing last year's bill and for your commitment to ensuring that the NDAA remains a vital national security policy bill. As you well know, improving acquisition and procurement at the Pentagon is critical to national security because it delivers real benefits to our warfighters. Very often, small companies can provide better products and services to our military in shorter periods of time and, importantly, at lower costs. When the Defense Department has fewer offers, there is less competition, costs go up, and choices are limited. Unfortunately, we continue to see that the number of companies competing for federal contracts declining, which threatens competition and harms readiness. Within the last 3 years, we've lost over 25% of the small firms registered to do business with the federal government. Within the Department of Defense, the number of small business contract actions fell 47% from 2011, but the size of the average individual small business contract action more than doubled. Not surprisingly, during the same period, the percentage of taxpayer dollars spent without competition has increased. As Chairman Thornberry frequently says, we need to focus on getting more defense for the dollar, and competition by small businesses is a major part of that solution. With this thought in mind, 15 members of the Small Business Committee introduced contracting bills this year. Working closely with our colleagues, Ranking Member Nydia Velasquez, here with me today, and I collected these common sense reforms, plus many other solid reforms, and put them into one bill, H.R. 4341, the Defending America's Small Contractors Act of 2016. We were able to approve H.R. 4341 unanimously earlier this year. This bill not only reflects our priorities, but also the members of the committee in a bipartisan manner as well on the Small Business Committee. While I provided more detail in my written statement, I'd like to share with you the 5 ways H.R. 4341 helps small contractors compete. First, it modernizes the Small Business Act to ensure that the language used is clear and consistent across federal procurement programs. Second, it strengthens the small business advocates within SBA, DOD, and other federal agencies to promote competition and make sure the laws on the books, including the NDAA, are followed. Third, it improves opportunities for small businesses to compete for subcontracts and then to build on that experience to compete as prime contractors. Fourth, it improves coordination between the SBA and DOD mentor-protege programs, which help small businesses better serve our military. And finally, the bill implements common sense reforms to ensure integrity and accountability in small business programs, such as size standards, veterans contracting programs, and contracting officer training programs. In the coming weeks, I also expect our committee to approve additional legislation that reauthorizes and strengthens the Small Business Innovation Research Program, the SBIR. I respectfully ask the committee to incorporate all of these provisions into this year's NDAA. Our nation needs a robust small business industrial base. It's vital to both the health of our economy and our national security. We appreciate your time here this morning, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.